Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film a no-buy check-in. I kind of was perusing my videos throughout this year, trying to see what I'd done, because this year has been many lifetimes. So I completely forgot I made a goals/intentions video for the new year, and I forgot that I made a 3-month no-buy check-in. So I thought, what better than to do a 8 to 9 month check-in? As always, I really like to preface this video that truly I come to this from a kind of being fiscally responsible, consumption responsible person. I make mistakes all the time, but I really try my best to think through my purchases, understand the life cycle of them, and do my best to prolong their life cycle or responsibly use and dispose or whatever of them. I'm just gonna hop right into it. This is kind of where I'm at. I didn't include every single thing, but these were kind of the pretty big items this year, and beyond what I'm about to say, I really haven't purchased anything else besides little things. But anyway, if any of this is stuff I know I purchased on Amazon or anything, so I will link it below if it is something I purchased off Amazon. This year we purchased a washing machine. This is technically an RV or arguably apartment living. It basically is just a small washing machine without a water hookup. Pretty manual usage, obviously, besides the little engine that circulates your clothing and water. It works so well. It's honestly fantastic. And when the pandemic started, Spencer and I had basically no access to laundry. All the laundromats closed because, let's be real, they're pretty nasty, and no one really knew, obviously, in the beginning kind of how to handle everything. So we had no access to laundry, and on top of that, laundry is so expensive. I don't know if it's just our neighborhood or what. I know in general laundry is a little more expensive, but we were paying ridiculous amounts of money up here, even compared to our friends who live in other highly populated areas. So this is already saving us money. We've probably already gotten our money's worth out of it. It can pretty much handle anything except these really, that's shorts, these really large blankets. It can handle sheets and stuff like that pretty easily. It's just getting used to weight and portions and stuff, but it works just fine, and I've actually really been loving it and can't recommend enough. It was definitely a necessary purchase, and we, like I said, have already definitely gotten our money's worth out of it, and will continue to use it even with laundromats still being open. Next, we purchased a vacuum. We tried to live in an apartment without a vacuum, and if you know us, that probably doesn't surprise you. Some people, I know that's gross. You decide. We didn't have a vacuum in our apartment in Pittsburgh, but also you could argue we were college students, so no one really bat an eye at it. We didn't have one here, and we were really trying to just kind of push through. I don't know why. We knew eventually we would need one, but we thought maybe we could just push off another large purchase. And then our apartment was getting so gross that we couldn't handle it anymore. And I basically got, it's a Dyson knockoff brand that has really good reviews on Amazon, and my dad recently purchased one for my parents' house and has been loving it. And he got an upgraded nice wireless unit that's like the Dyson's. I got the lower version, half the price, wired Dyson knockoff essentially, and we love it. We love it so much. We have a really small space, so a wire worked perfectly, and for us it didn't make sense to spend double the money. Along those lines came a fan. Our first time ever not having air conditioning in a building, and we really, oh my god, when I tell you we tried so hard to suck it up and get through it. We would be half naked, sprawled out in the living room, trying not to touch anything, trying not to come anywhere near each other, anything that was remotely warm, taking cold showers, trying anything. It was horrible. And up here in the Northeast, we only get a short period, but it can still get really humid, and there was just no time of cool off. So it was really horrible. We would sweat all through the night. It was really gross. So we finally got a fan. We definitely needed it. It was bad some days. Yeah, so I'll spare you any more detail. The ones we get into now are probably the less important, but it kind of came down to like, again, we really try and think about purchases. We are actually, in case you don't know, we have a shared channel, SM Squared, and we did an intro video where we're talking of doing a year-long budgeting experience, and it's a lot of just like to observe, not really restrict. We already are in our own selves pretty restrictive with purchases. We like to get ourselves things, but we hate spending money like a lot. So it's been quite an experience. Again, the budgeting aspect financially is what we're kind of measuring for our SM Squared channel. I'll link the video. It's just us talking about it. It's not, we'll obviously do like a recap at some point. We're still like in the process of it, but we haven't really been buying anything except these little things here and there. And so these all kind of fit into those categories where it just like really enhanced something we were doing, and we really felt it would improve our lives or our experiences. And it's like we really try and go a good ways without these things before we're like, okay, no, like we need or just really want. Need is like obviously not the word to use. We don't need like any of the stuff I'm about to say, but it made our lives a lot better. We both purchased yoga mats at the beginning of quarantine, which, just like everything that was at home, literally was not findable on any online source because everyone was starting to work out and do things. Ours was for the sense of we only have hardwood in our apartment, so anything we did hurt a lot. So we finally just bought yoga mats, and we bought pretty thick ones. And they're so nice. I will link them down below for sure. I think everything's back in stock now, but of course we were trying to get them during the frenzy of like everyone living at home, which I don't know why we didn't have them sooner. We never leave our apartment. They were a fantastic investment that I still use like every week, and I need, or I would be dead. Next, we decided to purchase some streaming decorations, primarily just those colorful lights that people are like, whoa, is this a college student's room? Or are you a streamer? I always make a joke that those are the two categories. You have to fit into one of them to have the colorful lights in your apartment. You know, the ones that are like the LED light strip that you can have a remote for to change, or an app on your phone. We bought one of those for streaming. In case you didn't know, yet again, Spencer's channel at The Basement Gamer does streaming on Twitch, videos. And we bought lights that we'd wanted for a while. We even had some friends like donate to the cause because they were like, pretty up your background, and some people like gave us things, or we like got posters printed, and like it's really fun. We like love having our background for the stream, so that thing gets used constantly, if not like every other day at the least. Definitely not necessary. So not necessary, but it has been a super fun addition to our streaming experience, to Spencer's videos, we use it for our podcast. We kind of use it for a bit of everything, and it's just, again, it's been really fun, and I know people who watch us stream really enjoy it and stuff like that. So, and last thing that I've been like kind of pretty hyped about this year is I bought an electric razor that I use for like everywhere. It is a Panasonic, technically labeled for women's, electric razor, and it has been crazy, and it's a weird change, and the reviews basically go in depth in that it can be a really weird change for a lot of people, and I think to make a whole video. I've had a pretty great experience using it. Again, it was a bit of a learning curve that I thought I was gonna hate it, and then it's just like one day it clicked, and I love it. I literally love the thing. I was raving about it to like my mom. I am notorious for having shaving issues. I grow a lot of hair. I have sensitive skin in some areas. I grow ingrown hairs. I get razor bumps. I mean, I know this isn't like uncommon. A lot of people have this, and of course we all just like suffer through it just to have shaved legs. And it's an electric razor. I think like any of the like manscaping tools or stuff like that, or even essentially like the face shavers for men. Yeah, right. It's just a blade. Like, you can't like really cut yourself. I'm sure you could if you tried. But you know what I mean. It's like, it's pretty hard. It's not like open blades like most women's shaving things. Am I making any sense? I hope to make an in-depth video in the future if you're interested. I've had a really interesting experience using it, and I know I can blab about it for hours. that has been a fantastic purchase this year, because yeah, I hate shaving. Of course, I've done 2 or 3 trips essentially of thrifting, which I might make a video in kind of the pretty near future. I'm waiting for like one shipment to come in of some little thrifting bits I got just because I like was really excited about them. It's a mix of thrifting and like kind of dumpster diving. It's not really. It was like free stuff, like trash diving. Free stuff left out in trash that I pulled out. Kind of a mix of that stuff I'm just really excited about and thought would be really fun to show off. And a secondhand art store. If that not the best thing ever, that will also hopefully be in this video. I'm so excited for that. It's primarily the art supplies that made me want to make it a video, but I thought I'll throw in a handful of other things I've thrifted kind of throughout the year. It hasn't been a lot. I've only gone like 2 or 3 times. Again, COVID has fucked everything. And basically 2 last things. I made a big purchase. This hurt this year. My first, I'm gonna say like big girl purchase, obviously besides the fact that I live on my own. This was like the first big, I already have fingerprints on it. I'm such a gross person. First big tech purchase. It hurt. It really hurt. I needed a new computer. My computer is completely how I make my livelihood. Whether how small it is how I make every penny that I get. So, and mine was taking a shit. I tried to make it work. It still could have, probably for a bit, but basically between Spencer and his dad, they were on the lookout for a really good deal on a refurbished computer. So this is actually a 2019 MacBook Pro refurbished, which I am super happy about because tech is a very wasteful industry because it's really hard to like, what do you do with old tech? So I was very happy to get a refurbished one because it saves money and it's a little bit better for the environment. I finally bit the bullet and it is so nice having a computer that doesn't crash on me, doesn't make me lose clients' files, doesn't make me do dumb things. I feel protected again. I feel safe, feel confident in my computer again. So that's been fantastic. And the last thing that I just put a purchase in for recently was some period products, which I know you're like, well, duh. Of course you bought period products. But wait, I invested in some reusable period products. Bet you didn't see that one coming. I recently made the purchase for just like 2 to 3 little things, basically period underwear and someone handmade reusable pads. I really wanted to try and go through people who made it themselves because companies sometimes just make me nervous, and I can go into a whole thing on that, and I probably will because I plan to talk on period care in the pretty near future. I know I've said that for like 3 videos now, but I swear it's in here. Anyway, yeah, I went through people who make these themselves, the underwear and the pad. Yeah, I'm really hyped because the pads are Halloween themed. I'm excited. But anyway, so those I'm waiting on. I might get them. I'm hoping to get them in the next few weeks. Those I'm super excited about, and I'm super excited to try them. I've wanted to forever, and I've just like gotten to a point where I just can't anymore with disposable products, and these are really just like a test run, so hopefully I can invest in a few more in the near future. I will not give you any more detail on that because again, I have to test things and talk about it and decide how mad I want to get about periods for a video, but we will find out in that video how amped I am that day. But yeah, it's been a good bit of purchasing. I mean, my first full year pretty much completely independent. Obviously Spencer and I kind of had to make purchases that people living their own lives have to make. I'm overall very proud. We really have like been pretty much not spending money like at all, and COVID has helped that even more because we do nothing. Not that we would have done much beforehand, but now we really do nothing. So we've been spending very little money, which has made these purchases much easier. As much as I hate doing them, as much as I hate having to plug in the numbers and say goodbye to that money, I also, do what you can. I'm kind of interested to see where this is. I think this was a really interesting point to stop this at to do a check-in at, because we're coming up on gifting season. And I didn't mention it in the video, I've purchased one gift for someone this year. That is it so far. Everything else has kind of been created, or just kind of a action towards, like a more of a moment than a thing. So I've only purchased one gift this year so far, and I'm very interested to see what this gifting season looks like for me. I'm really trying to set the precedent that I would love for gifting this year to be, one, primarily recycled materials, and two, if it's not recycled, or if it is in some way, I'd love it to primarily be small business focused this year. That's what I'm really going for. I'm excited. I like a challenge. I do have to say, I'm not like even a gigantic gifter to begin with. But I mean, I do like to give people things. Yeah, I'm excited because we'll see what happens for the rest of the year, because this is the time of year when people spend lots of money. And I think it'll be really interesting. I'm kind of hoping things aren't like crazy. I don't think they'll be for me. I don't know. I don't know, like, will people react to how this whole year has been and be like, I need to go extra in the holidays? Or like, are we kind of like, wait, we kind of learned to like chill and just like enjoy each other's time and like quality of life? Should I just focus on that for the holidays? Like, I could see some people having a really like reverse effect and wanting to make like everything they can out of the holidays. I don't know. So leave your comments down below. What do you think? What do you think the holidays are going to look like? Do you think people have had a bit of a change of heart, or do you think it's like straight back to our possible patterns, or go even above and beyond because it's been a really weird, stressful year for a lot of people? I think it's really interesting to think about, but I think that's it. Like I said, I will try my best. Pretty much almost everything I mentioned should be able to be linked below. I'm happy where I'm at, and really that's what matters. I try to think into everything that you can't be too hard on yourself. Obviously, you're doing the best that you can in any way that you can. Just always be willing to kind of work with what you got, learn what you can, make the actions you can in the best way and with the best mindset possible, and just learn to not be hard on yourself. If there's any other videos on this or anything I've mentioned, or who knows what, anything that you'd like me to try and make or talk about or anything, I would love for you to comment that down below. I really appreciate you watching this and anything else. And I think that's it. I've said that 5 times. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.